Hello guys, and welcome back to Balance by Baylee. Today you have me for a full body solo session and we're going to be having some fun. Now there's no props, but I do just want you to make sure you've got like a sticky mat or grip socks or something nearby because we're going to be doing footbar forward splits. So yeah, enough said. But anyway, grab what you need. So your towel, a sticky mat, your water, and we're going to start laying on your back. So springs are set onto single leg footwork springs. So I've got 2 heavy springs on and we're going to be working through these heavy springs for, the first part of class, maybe like 10, 12 minutes. So bring your bodies down once you've changed those springs and then just let your head drop heavy on the headrest, heels rest on the bar, and we're just going to tick the knees over to one side and then over to the other. To one way, and then over to the other. Just do one more each side. Just be nice and fluid with it, okay? It doesn't need to be strict, just loose and release through the middle. You're gonna keep your heels resting on the bar, fingertips stretch up towards the ceiling. Just creep a little bit away from your shoulder blocks. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, flex head and shoulders, and I want you to reach towards the foot bar. Lay back down. Exhale, curl, and down. 4 here. Toes are just aiming forward, so they're not super flexed or pointed, just relaxed and squared front. 2 more. Good, last one. And then we're gonna lay down, head on the headrest. Instead of articulating into a bridge, I want it to be a straight press up and then fold your hips back down. So working your shoulder bridge, but again, we're just touch and go with the glutes. If it helps you to control your legs a little more, then maybe flex your feet a touch. We're gonna work a combo after your next 3. And down. Last 2. Last one, hips heavy, flex head and shoulders, lay down, drive hips up. 5 more through this combo. So you are getting that C shape, the articulation of head and shoulders out of the bed, and then coordinating that with your hinge. 3 more. And up. Last 2. 1 more. We're going to meet with those hips up nice and high. Hands just rest down on your ribs. And then all I want you to do is flex your feet, find a bit of grip against that bar. And then we push out with your legs and pull in. Press out and in. Now I want you to press your butts up, okay? This is a hip extension exercise. So it's okay if you're in a little bit of this extension through your back because I really want you opening out into your front. Going for another 3. Last 2. 1 more. Bring it in. Hold it there. Just 10 seconds. Maybe stretch those arms straight up. Last 5. 4. 3. Push more. And then roll your body on down. All right, let's bring your knees in towards you. Take that little stretch. And we'll go into your footwork now, okay? We're going to go toes on the foot bar. Now, my foot bar is pretty close. I just prefer it that way. So you'll see that my knee goes pretty far over my hip line. You can do the same if you want to challenge mobility a bit more. It's also going to work those legs a lot harder. So let's go right toes on. Turn your left leg out and the leg is straight. Okay, deep breath in. We exhale, push away with your right leg, kick your left leg up to the roof, and then sweep the left leg down close. Press out and close. Now, think less about this kicking leg, okay? Because if you go whack, you're going to roll through your back, and I want you maintaining your neutral as best as you can. So you have this heaviness through your hips. You're tilting your weight into your tailbone and keeping it out of the lower back. I'm nice and open through my ribs. Go for another 3, 2, And 1, bring it in, hold it halfway. Left leg now, sweep it down to the side and up to the roof. So we go down to the side, up to the roof. 1 more and then we reverse. My right quad is on. Let's go out, down, up. 2 more. Last one. And stretch the right leg long. Bring the left toes down and then just pedal. Getting that single heel drop underneath that foot bar. Really wrapping those toes around. And let's bring it on in. Good work. Okay, those left toes this time are going to be on the foot bar. Right leg nice and straight. Remember, we're turning out from your hip, not your left knee, your right toe and knee only. Hands can go wherever you like. Push away with the left. Kick the right up. Sweep the right leg down and close. So today's flow is definitely more of my signature type flow, where we combine functional movement with some strength and also with the classical repertoire, okay? Going here for another 3. And then we hold it in 2. In 1, we bend that left knee halfway, hold, sweep the leg down, out to the side and up. Down, out to the side and up. 1 more this way. Check that that left knee isn't going around. And then let's go the other side. Be nice and happy with this. Like those, whoa, I carried a bit too much of that curtain. Like with the spine twist we started with, you just want to be a bit more lax with this one, but still controlled. And press all the way out. Let me fix that curtain. And just pedal through your feet. Good work. Close it on in. We're going to reach back now for your long straps. Check that they're nice and even. And then one at a time, let's put those long loops over the arches of your feet. Okay, legs start nice and straight to the ceiling. I'm going to flex your feet. Lower your legs down towards the foot bar height. Point your toes and lift up. Now, what I've done with my hands is created a triangle with my thumb and index finger. And I'm just letting that one rest over my lower abdomen. And I'm trying to keep that triangle flat. So if I feel my abs doming up into my hands, I'm now just dumping into that low back and releasing it. Whereas you want to think about your corset activation. So it's your transverse abdominals that wrap from the back through to the side, through to the front. So it's your suck in muscles. You know, when you go and make yourself really small, that is what we're trying to work. It's not a flex. It's not an arch. It's a collective whole in. Do 3 more. Last 2. Last one, down. And then just lift up halfway. Feet are still flexed. Big toes together. Bend your knees. Ropes are just going to go over your shins. Keep going as much as you can before you have to round into your back. So we're all going to have different ranges through here. And then push against those straps and extend. We bend. Think like sitting into a chair, like when you do chair pose, standing. Same sort of thing, okay? Your back is staying nice and long and flat. Final 3. And then we'll go frog. In 2. In 1. Push the legs long, heels are connected, toes fan apart now. Now maintain the connection of those heels. We bend the knees in to your shoulder line, okay? So it doesn't have to be too wide. And then press through the soles of the feet and extend. If you go way too wide, you're just, again, you're kind of relaxing in the position. You're not as active through it. even if you've got that mobility available, there's a time and place to use it. And right now, I want you focusing on alignment, knees to shoulders. Also, if you've got that crazy turner, I'm jealous. Coming from an ex-ballet dancer who is now trying to get into ballet. And, oh my gosh, stiff in places I didn't think I would be. Let's go for another 3. For 2. Good. 1 more. We stretch those legs long, connect the big toes in again, float the legs to the roof. We're going to go into your abduction, okay? So let's sweep those legs down to the foot bar, nice and long. Turn your feet out at the foot bar, circle the legs out to the side, and then up to the roof. Point your toes to go down this time. Flex your feet to turn out. Big split and circle. I underestimated my splits today. Two more this way, and then we'll reverse. And hopefully you guys are feeling nice and connected into your hips. Okay. All right, let's reverse this circle now. We go up, big split, flex the feet to circle around, collect your heels together. Big toes together, we point, flex to split and circle, bring it around. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Well done, guys. Feet and straps all finished. I'm going to get you to bend your knees in and then slide your hands just into your short straps. Arms are nice and long to the ceiling. You're going to imprint through that low back, float the legs to tabletop, and just start by pressing your palms down to the bed and float. Now again, shuffle a little bit out of the shoulder rest if you feel super jammed, because we are going to add a chest lift and it's going to be nice and heavy. So once you're familiar with this tension, you've found your positioning, we go palms down, then curl head and shoulders, lay down to slowly float the arms up. So it's not as quick as what we would do your light mid-back series. Okay, so palms down, curl up by serving and reaching. Slowly release and drop. Good for 3. 2. And 1. Lift and hold. Pull your knees in towards your chest as much as you can. Stretch the legs over the bar. Pull them in, stretch them underneath the bar. Draw in and over, in and under. Now, if you need to drop your heads back, drop them, continue this. Now, you're constantly reaching to that platform, okay? Try and touch it. We've got another 2. 1 more. Go over, meet with those legs under, try and crunch up for this one, legs tap the bar, tap the platform, tap the bar, tap the platform. 6, 5, 4, straight into triceps, and 3, 2, keep your legs under, we bend your elbows, press your palms out flat. 5 more reps and this is it. 4, 3, strong guys, contract through your seat and abs. 2, 1 more, go long, hold it long, and release it down. Well done. Okay, we're gonna hang those loops on up, drop your legs over the bar, scoop and lift all the way up. And then we're keeping your springs the same. I'm just gonna have a quick sip of water, so you can too if you need it. Okay. And then we're going to go into a nice, strong double leg drive. Make sure your foot bars are locked in position. There we are. Hands are nice and flat on the foot bar, toes flex back against the shoulder blocks. Now from here, I'm just gonna get you to round back, drawing your ribs behind you. And then without opening the bed, can you push your hips forward and open your chest? So just a little bit of prep, okay? We scoop round back. Think about this push and pull and drag, and then come forward. So you're trying to connect your palms into your knees, try to draw your knees forward to your palms, and then release. One more each way. And then from there, we're gonna scoop, find a halfway roll back, and then bend your knees to lift them. We're gonna drive your legs out and in, drive the legs out and in. So it's okay for you to round your back and look down, or you can lengthen your spine and look forward. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Good set, guys. Well done. You're gonna stay in this low kneel, reach back for your straps. Just go long ones to start, and then rest your hands on the front of your hips. We're gonna raise your hips forward and up, and then lower them back down. So you wanna try and keep your spine upright, okay? It's a quad superset. Now you'll notice I'm going a lot slower on the way down. It's called your eccentric part of your movement. So when you're quick on the way up, then that's your concentric, and then you resist to return. You could do, like, it's the same thing that applies for pull-ups. Like, you pull up nice and strong, that's your concentric, and then you release nice and slow, that's your eccentric. Okay, we're lifting up and holding it up. Then from there, try and lock your ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, over knees, and we hinge back, float back up, drop your hips down to take a rest. Okay, we're doing 5 more of that. We raise up, it's a burner. We hinge, hinge, hinge. Go a little further, draw on those quads, we lift, drop the hips, take a second. Focus on range, guys, on that hinge back. You've got 4 more. Go, 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 go. Draw up and back. We are halfway, maybe. Let's go short straps and make it harder. Last 3 reps, that's it. It's achievable. Okay, come up. Slow on the hinge. Draw up, squat back. 2 more. Last one, I promise no holds, okay? We go back, 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 back. Lift it up, drop the hips, raise the hips, untuck those toes, and just take a moment. We've just got some heavy pressing forward with your straps. Again, short set, it's only 6 reps, okay? Let's get ready. Hug your elbows in, palms face in. We exhale, press forward, pull back for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, stretch forward. Now we hold it forward, 10 seconds. Good work. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend those elbows. Take a roll out. You've got 1 more set, and then that upper body is finished there, okay? Find that hug in, spine upright, and we press forward and in for 5, 4, long hold in 3, 2, stretch long, hold long, and smile and wave. Let's go 5 seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's hang those loops on up, guys. Well done. 1 foot can just go either side of your bed. Just give those knees a little second and your legs a moment too, because we're going to need them for this next bit. Okay.
Tell you what, it's hot, and I've even got a fan going today. Heavy springs, they do that to you. We're gonna change those springs now, going on to one red. So one heavy spring. For these lunges and like forward splits and things, the lighter you go, the more challenging it's gonna be. So I wanna start on like a good moderate spring, because then we can really find depth and feel a bit more confident with it. Down the line, there's gonna be flows where we go straight into that advanced setting. But for me personally, I prefer to have a bit more support, okay? We're then going to come kneeling down on the bed. Take your right foot up into the foot bar, and it's your mid foot on the bar. So just underneath the ball of the foot there, we're not on the heel, we're not on your toe line. Should just feel like that little squishy part underneath that big toe knuckle. Then we're gonna press your hips forward. Take that back bend, similar to what we did before. And then now keep those hands resting on the foot bar, but you just press that right leg out to find a little bit more length through hamstring. Now it should only be about 3 out of 10 with this stretch, so don't go too crazy. And then bring it in. I just want you guys to experiment for the next 20 seconds. So you're just playing around with what feels good. You might want to turn the knee out. You might want to take a big bow down and stretch. Last 5 seconds. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to bring your right foot now down onto the platform and stand up nice and tall. So what I've done with my heel is I've just dropped the edge of my heel off of that platform. So it's just a really small heel drop. So then that way we've got a bit more support for this lunge work. Now from here, hands to your chest. You're gonna push weight over your right leg and just find a deep, 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 deep lunge. Go beyond what we would for an arabesque, okay? So it's mobility. Press out of it. Find your weight transition where you can stand up straight through both legs. We bend and fold. Tip your weight forward over that right thigh toward the foot bar, and then draw your shin away from the bar. Now, if it's taking you a little bit of time to find this coordination, rewind me, start again. In studio, if you've got me as a teacher, I would then hover around you, make you reset, start again. So it's the exact same principle for this online work. Reorganize yourself. Don't quit, don't stop. Figure out another way to do it. Okay, we're gonna add in your split now. So when you stand up and your legs are straight, you then push back into a split. Go, go, go. Draw yourself up and then fold into your lunge. Bring it up, split away. Bring it forward and lunge. Okay, team, let's go for another 3. And then we're gonna hold that split. Last 2. This is our warm-up set, okay? You've got one more. Bring it up, splitting away, holding it there. Now, lift your left arm forward, right arm to the side. Your right foot should be in front. Okay, so we've got this L shape. Now your back quad is pulling up, you're pushing out. 5 more seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself forward, drop your knees down, take your right foot back, and just shake it out for a second. Now, to give your left toes a rest, because I know it does jam into them a little bit, we're gonna go hands on the foot bar, but cross your left foot behind your right ankle. Now from here, tuck your tail between your legs and just start to work into your wheelbarrows, drawing out and in until you've caught your breath and you feel good to go. We're gonna work into long stretch. I'm gonna do one more through here. Okay, mentally preparing. Find your full plank for long stretch, same thing. Now, there's no change in your hips or your spine. So my first rep just then I dropped into my head. I don't want you to do that. I want you to maintain length through the top of the head, lift through your quads. Even though this left leg is crossed, it still has super duper amount of engagement. Okay. Adding on, all right? We're gonna pike out. So you open, plank, then baby pike. So just hips up a little bit, not all the way, then ripple forward, full plank. It's really micro. You push out, rib to hip. So connect through your front. That's what lifts your hips up, and then stretch it out. Now this isn't where we're muscling up with your hips, okay? It's easy to tip the glutes up and fold. It's harder to initiate with the tail tuck and then ripple. 3 more. Think just like a upside down crunch. 2 more. Sorry, I'm huffing and puffing today. Last one. And drop it down. Okay. I'm sorry, but now we're going into the footbar forward splits. If you need, take your setup where your heel is dropped off the platform instead, okay? I'm gonna go straight up for the full bang on the bar. Now, if you're coming with me, up on the bar, a good way to do it, there's like 2 ways you can really do it, is you can take your hands down, step the right foot on, and then lift yourself up in that way. If you need, grab a pole. Or how I like to do it is I'm standing on the bed. It's the same leg as before, team. So it's your left heel against the shoulder block. Hop your right foot up onto the bar. Okay, hands on the hips. But this time, I want you to bend your front knee, okay? So we're all starting with the leg bent. Whether you're down here or up, we are starting with the leg bent. Okay. All right, I'll start repeating myself. All right, we're gonna bend the knee. Then from there, dig deep through that sole foot. You push out, find your split. Check that you're not staying forward with the chest, okay? You wanna bring your hips and shoulders and head back with you, and then bend the knee to return up, straighten at the top, okay? So this is how we're gonna build up to it. We bend, glide and push, bring it forward through the bend, straighten at the top. Let's do 1 more, and then we're gonna go for your full split. Again, team, I'm building you up, so if that full split isn't for you, you know you can come back to this and keep moving, all right? Okay, if you're coming with me, legs long, find that L shape with your arms, okay? They're gonna help balance you. We glide out into your full split, and then stand tall, pulling up like you're sucking out of a straw through those legs, through your knees, okay? We draw out. Go, 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 go. Pull up. Try and keep your hips square front. Such a good, like, isometric challenge, mobility challenge, and coordination through lower body. Proprioception, where your body is in space. Knowing the just right amount of contraction you need in each area. Okay, team, I'll stop talking. You've got 3 more reps, all right? Best ones you've got. Dish them. Last 2. We are gonna hold on this one, team. Bring it down, hold it down, keep it there. 5 more seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, drop that foot down, and take a stretch. I love them so much. Roll those shoulders out. We're gonna lower your foot bars just down a notch so it's out of the way. Adding on 1 blue spring, okay? So it's going to be heavy. 1 red, 1 blue, so that's 1.5. And then turn to your left, okay? So it's your right shoulder closest to the foot bar. Headrest floats up. If your headrest doesn't have as much padding as this one, Maybe slide a towel or a ball or block underneath your head. And you guessed it, side lying glute series. So we're gonna come laying down, team, reach for your front long strap, but instead of going over the foot, we're going over the thigh. Now, legs are going to find this 90-degree shape. I like to take my right palm, that top hand, against the shoulder block at the front. Then from there, we lift the leg, lower the leg. Lift that leg, lower the leg. We're gonna go for your open clam variation in another 3. 2. And last one through neutral. Check that those toes are still peeling back to your face, because then we're gonna go to your neutral, but then keep going out, 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 where we're opening into the hip, lowering it back down, find the neutral, release. Neutral clam, then turn and out and find the range. Bring it low, release. I love this open hip work. It just feels like you're taking up a little bit more space. Feels a bit more freeing in the hip. And on heavy springs, chef's kiss. Good, guys. Let's go for another 3. 2. 1 more. And then from there, find your neutral. You're gonna push the sole of the foot out to the foot bar a little bit, turn your knee up to the ceiling, okay? So we've done a little circle, let your carriage draw in a touch, and then fold the leg down through neutral. So you're getting this really smooth and slow open of your bed. Should just be searing into that glute by now. And we are moving so slow, guys, because I don't want you to miss any edges of this circle. 1 more. And then you know the drill. We're reversing. Ready? Let's go. Open hip. Go, 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 go. Push through sole of foot. Press to the foot bar a little. Let the knee draw forward and turn into that nice squared position. We float up. Isolate just through that right thigh and hip. Circle around and in. 4 more. Check that you're not shortcutting your movements. Be honest with yourself. Last 3. Good. 2. 1 more. And then we're just going to slide that strap over the arch of your foot. Bend the knee as much as you can into your chest. Push the leg out from there. So it's a nice heavy leg press, okay? We bend it in, push it out. Now these heavy springs, you can slide around on the bed a touch. So if you need, stick him out underneath you or just lock yourself in how I have. Check that you're not collapsing into your bottom shoulder and rib. For another 5. We finish with 6 sweeps in 4. Grand finale on this side. 3, 2, and ready. Legs go long. Anchor yourself. You're going to need it. You sweep the leg forward, 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 forward. Flex that foot, drag back. 6, 5. Point the toes forward. Flex that foot, drag. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Just slide that strap out of the foot, hang it up on the peg, team, and just find your way up into a seated position. And we'll stretch your supporting glute first. So just folding the leg out. and then swap it over. Just a quick release. Okay, we got to do something to get those legs to relax. So we're going to turn around and face the back. Legs are either side of the shoulder blocks and your hips are pretty much at the very back end of your bed. Let those straps just drop because you're going to be using that same one we had over your right leg. You're going to take your left hand through to hold a little higher up toward the D-ring or the knot. Okay, whichever like strap you have, just go a little bit further beyond that strap. Then from there, right hand across your left shoulder. We're going to stretch your left hand to your right toes. Take a moment, deep breath in. Sitting up, feel your fingertips roll that left shoulder down and back in position. Row through the strap. Release, stretch, roll it back and down and pull. We're going to add in this right arm, okay? When you stretch to the toes, stretch that arm back to the foot bar and you get this nice big like saw position and then squeeze and pull. And then squeeze and pull. So my palm of the hand is aiming to the ground on the release, but then I'm flipping my palm in, maybe a little bit up to get that squeeze back. Final 3, and then we're going to stick with just that row. 2. And 1. Staying up now, just that row. You can still get the rotation, so go from the right to your left. 6, 5, 4, 3. Good work, guys. Last 2. 1 more. Squeeze and hold. Engage those legs now. Flex the feet and squeeze and pull back. You've got 5 more seconds. Inhale, draw more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a second. Hang that loop on up. Feet either side of the bed again, and just do like a back bend, rock back and tuck tail. Arch, round. And we'll go straight into the next side, okay? So we're gonna go legs nice and long. Right hand this time goes for your opposite long, not long strap, opposite rope toward the D-ring, okay? I always say the opposite of what I actually mean, but anyway. Left hand against right shoulder, and let your right hand stretch towards your left toes. Really rotate and wrap under, so armpit to left knee as well. Inhale, and then sitting tall, roll that shoulder back and down, pull the strap back, release. Now you know what you're doing on this one, so if you want to go straight for that opposite arm reach the foot bar, take it. And just notice that I'm turning my head, dropping my ear towards the bicep, and I'm looking back towards the foot bar on that release as well. Okay, we are here for another 3. And then we're going to just work those rows. In 2. And 1. Squeeze back, pull back, left hand against the front of that shoulder. And let's just do the rows. Twisting to the left, twisting to the right. Now this twist doesn't come from your hips. Okay, so your legs should be staying squared and front. Okay, no windshield wiper, legs and toes. Going for another 4. And then we squeeze and hold in 3, 2, 1 more, squeeze back, hold back, 5 more seconds, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it out, guys. Step your feet either side of your bed, and then now you're gonna take the D-ring without like any cross in your rope. You've just got the normal D-ring in each of your hands. So again, no crossover. Stand up from there and find a sumo squat, shuffling your hips back. Now you're gonna finish off with just a bilateral row. So both elbows squeeze in and release. We pull, release. Now think about the mid-back squeeze. Try to keep your hips low. Tuck the hips under a touch. So we've got a nice upright spine. Final 5. We're going to squeeze and hold in 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Squeeze, hold, keep it there and pulse down and up with those hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hips, drop the straps, and hang those ones on up, team. Well done. Take a drink, and then now we're gonna hit reverse through the lower body. So we're gonna stay on the heavy spring that we're on. So I'm on that red and blue. Just now turn to your left. So it's your left shoulder closest to the footbar. Then we're gonna lay down on our right side. Once you found your positioning through there, take your front long strap and then thread that one over your left thigh. Now, shuffle the hips back so you're on a diagonal on your beds, ankles forward in line with the rail, and do whatever stretches and sets you need to do. Okay? Then from there, team, parallel climb, lifting that top leg, folding it back down. Now I'm just gonna let my bottom foot, that right foot, relax down on the platform. So then it's not screaming for dear life. Okay, team, let's go for another 3. Remember what I said about having the foot flexed? No floppy fish foot. For 2, open hip climb on this one. We go neutral, open out, 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 out. Bring it down, neutral, release. We float. Open and turn out. Try and get that inner thigh on the inside of your thigh to aim forward. Lower down, neutral before you release. Okay, so use your neutral positioning. Just check where you are. Your hands can be wherever you need. Throughout my practice, I'm never in like a fixed position. I'm trying to tactile different parts of my body to just check in and see where things actually are. Because sometimes we just go into autopilot. If you go into a position that you've done 1,000 times, you don't want to be passive through it, okay? And sometimes it does reach that point. All right, let's go for another 3. And then we've got those circles. This glute is already on. Let's go for 2. Last one. Meet with the leg in line with your hip. Then from there, you push the sole of the foot a little bit to the foot bar. Circle the knee and toes up to the ceiling. Bring it in. Lower it down. Press to the bar. Lift. Circle. Around and down. I'm going for another 3. Two. 1 more. And we reverse this one, team. So you open out, drop the heel, drag forward. Open out, drop the heel, drag the knee forward. 4 more. And then we've got those heavy drives. Again, you're still moving nice and slow. We've only got 2 to go. And then the pace comes in on this next one. All right, from there, we're going to slide that strap over the arch of your foot. Take a nice deep breath in and then stretch that leg long, bend it in. Stretch it out, bend it in. For another 6. Try to lengthen your spines out, flick the tails out as well to maintain that stretch through your lower back. 4 to go. 3, we finish off with those sweeps. Remember, 6 reps. In 2. On your next one, we press out, point the toes, sweep the leg forward, flex that foot, drag back. 6. 5. 4. 3. You've got this, guys. Let's go 2. Dig deep. 1 more. And bring it on in. Slide the strap off the foot. Well done. Heavy side lying series finished. Hang that strap over your peg or wherever it lives, and then press yourself out of there. We're just going to take our reset. So stretch both of your hips out for about 10 seconds on each. Try and keep a bit of movement because we haven't quite finished our workout yet. Just be, again, dynamic with these stretches and releases. And then turn and face the foot bars. We're going to lift that foot bar up. So it's up nice and high. Good little shake and spot. And then drop down to that red. Let's go back onto this fun stuff, team. Left leg should be on, to say the least. We're going to start with your stretches, okay? So this is going to be, again, a nice little transition into it. Right foot now goes into your back shoulder block. Left foot is up onto the bar. And then just be lax. You're going into your hip flexor stretch, maybe a hip stretch, chest, and then push out into your split when you're ready. Now, it's not a full split where we're dropping that right knee back. Just focus on your front leg, okay? All right, team. After that last one, you're going to let your carriage travel forward. Drop your left foot down onto that platform with your heel just dropped off the edge. Then from there, you're finding your lunge position, okay? So hands to your chest, we squash deep. Then stand up tall and try and transition your weight even through your legs. Weight forward, we lunge down. Weight up, we stand tall. Now, a lot of clients, when they've done this, is they come up and their front leg is still bent. I want you guys to find that length, okay? Straighten it. Remember, your heel is off the edge. If you've got a super flat foot, maybe more prone to slipping, I find having that heel dropped off has you into this like subtle flex back, dorsiflex, and it gives you more support. Final 3, and then we'll go into your splits. In 2, and 1, we bring it down, raise it up, split those legs away. We pull forward, drop down, stand tall, push away. 4 more before we hold. Last 3. Good for 2, team. Tunnel vision, okay? We're at the end almost. 1 last one. We bring it up, split out, lock and hold. Right hand this time is forward, left arm out to the side. We hold this for 5 more seconds. Push further. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We travel forward, relax your knees down nice and slow. And then this time it's your left foot that's back against your shoulder block, right foot crosses behind. Knees stay heavy, they're still square, and your hands are a little bit more biased to the left side of the bar. So your right hand is pretty much in the middle of that foot bar. Okay, find the tuck of your tail, and then we work into your wheelbarrows. We go out and then bring it forward. Draw out and forth. Okay. When you're ready to come up into that full plank, team, this is the last bit of plank work today. We go into that full plank for your long stretch and then drag forward. Now really grip into your pinkies, okay? Really draw across all 5 of your fingers. After this one, we add in your pike. Adding in that pike now, and again, pike is a bit misleading. It's not a complete pike up. It's more about that elephant type tuck. So really slow, we lift, round, lengthen. If you're not feeling this through your abs, then I feel like you're not initiating with your belly button, you're initiating with your hips. Okay, maybe press out further. Also check that your left heel isn't drifting out of the shoulder block. So all those little switches might intensify this for you. Okay, we've got 2 more. Last one. And release it down. Good work, guys. Roll those necks out. Save the best for last, okay? It's a little cruel of me because it is a strenuous exercise. If you had your foot on the platform, go again on the platform for this set. If you're coming with me on the foot bar, find your way up there however you need. Remember, right foot is back, left foot is forward. And then let's find the L shape with your arms. Okay. Now we're all going to start with the leg bent and then push out to it nice and straight. Bend in, maybe stand tall if you need. We lunge, press out, draw forward and up. If it's too distracting already having those hands out, then just bring them close towards you, okay? You might feel a bit safer through here. Now, if you're coming with me for your full reps, let's do it. I do want you in that L shape, all right? Then let's split all the way out and then come up. Try and maintain this leveling of your hips and your shoulders. If you've got mirrors out in front, you can critique your form. Okay, level through your waistline so they're even lengths. And we're not sinking into your hips. We're not buckling into your knees, okay? Your legs are your anchors. And then you're pulling your abdomen up and out of it. Final 4 reps before we hold, guys. Last 3. Can we push a little deeper? For 2. Last one. Bring it down. We hold it down. 5 more seconds. Press more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And slowly step down. Now from there, guys, you're going to come laying down onto your backs. I'm being brutal. And I'm going to get you guys to finish on a super light bridge. Okay, this is going to be about 30 seconds of work. It's not going to be too strenuous. Just 30 seconds, that's all it is. Palms press heavy into the mats underneath you. Make sure your headrest is flat and then aim your toes forward. We're gonna raise your hips up just like how we started class. Deep breath in, we lengthen your legs long. Use your hamstrings to pull forward. We go out and in. So this is your 30 seconds. You're welcome to come onto your toes. And then it's just gonna work into your calves a bit more, okay? Again, push your hips up. All right, team, we've got your next 12 seconds. And then we're going to finish with a hold.
Final 5, 4, 3, 2, press out full range, bring it in halfway. Now try and all go on toes for me, okay? We're gonna drop your heels, lift your heels. So we're bent leg, the carriage does not move. Maybe arms stretch up. We've got 6, finishing off with pulses in 5, 4, 3, ready team, 2, last one, lift up, hold it up, now pulse down and up for 10, 9, we're still halfway, so the bite in your hamstrings is strong. Last 6, 5, one more, hold in 4, remember I lied about the 30 seconds, 3, 2, one more press, hold, squeeze in, keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, and drop down. Well done, guys. My legs were shaking like crazy towards the end. Lengthen those legs out, scoop and lift your way up, and then reach to that bar and take your forward fold. Signature, finito. Well done. Okay, let's just try and hold this stretch nice and still now and steady through your heart rate. Regulate your breathing again too. So in through the nose, exhale through the nose as well. 2 more. Last one. And good work, guys. Let your carriage close. Do whatever other stretches you may need. For me, I think I am done right there. But yeah, you've got your bodies, you've got your machines. So just play around, do what you need to do. You can go back onto some other videos if you feel like you want some more upper body, ab stretches. You can find it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Mwah. Goodbye. And thank you again for trusting me and for moving your bodies with me. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. See ya.